When I was running the nonprofit Portfolios with Purpose before starting Skillfully, that was an education nonprofit where we got to spend a tremendous amount of time with young people, students, a lot of them college aged, and our program would teach them the skills they really needed for success in the workforce. And what we were realizing is that so many of these students who were struggling to get their first job, to break into the workforce, it wasn't because they didn't have the skills. We would see over and over again that these students were brilliant, they were smart, they were skilled, but for whatever reason, those skills weren't getting noticed by the employers they were trying to go work for. So for us, we just kept seeing this disconnect over and over and over again, where students who were otherwise so qualified, such high potential, were just being overlooked, going unrecognized. And so Skillfully really grew out of the mission to create a better way for these young people, these aspiring workers, to get noticed by employers, to get hired into jobs that they were very qualified for. For us, Skillfully has always had a double mission, a social mission, trying to create a more inclusive pathway to opportunity for a lot of these job seekers who otherwise go unrecognized, but then a financial mission for this to be a growing, scalable company. So we feel really lucky to be able to try and do both. I have not, and my co-founders have not, ever built a company of the scale that we think Skillfully will become in the very near future. We're very aware of exactly how much we don't know. That is a huge amount out there that we have never experienced, never done ourselves. So for us, mentors, coaches, advisors have played a critical role for us on our team since day one. Coaching us, kind of acknowledging that we need to upskill, we need to be going up a learning curve. That's something that we have kind of ingrained in ourselves since the very first day of this. How do you go about picking the right ones? We look for folks that just have experience that we don't. We love teachers, we love coaches. I think one of the most amazing things about building a startup that it takes a little while to be able to see, to understand, is that there are so many people who came before you and that they very genuinely want to give back, to support the next generation of founders. When we find those people, those are the ones we hold on to. We hold those close. We don't let them go. But those are the ones that we found who are the absolute best mentors, coaches, advisors, and we feel grateful that we can kind of bring them along for the ride. Very similar to your question about the importance of mentorship and advisors and coaches. One thing we've been blown away by since the very first session of the Global Immersion Program has been just the quality, the excellence of the super mentors, the instructors, the program sponsors, the folks who are really behind a lot of the programming and who are really putting on a lot of these sessions. In the last 2 months, I think we've probably learned more than we had in the 2 years before that, just because of the access and the exposure and that chance to interact and learn from that kind of that generation of entrepreneurs who came 10, 20 years before us. That's been incredibly valuable and something that we're extremely grateful for.